I've had four of my friends die from overdosing on OxyContin. I think that it's huge here, and it's starting younger and younger, and kids are getting a hold of pills, in middle school, and that's something that's relatively new and super scary to me. Let's see. Well, it started out with just a loop of the music, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I didn't really know where I wanted to take the song. I didn't have a preconceived notion like this is going to be a song about drugs. This is going to be, a song about my experience. It just kind of came, and it was one of those like rare moments in songwriting when the song just writes itself. Just started kind of writing this a narrative of an experience. I've had a lot of friends that have struggled with drugs and alcohol, struggled with drug addiction, along with myself. And part of the story is kind of a narrative, a glimpse into somebody else's life, and part of it is my own experience. So by the time that you're getting into the second verse, I'm talking about my own struggles, my own ups and downs with drugs and alcohol that inevitably left me at a rock bottom and a place where I needed to get sober. Cough syrup was a really popular drug. It was, and it still is, but it was a drug that was glorified by tons of different rappers, but in particular, like my favorite rapper being Lil Wayne, somebody that was kind of a pro cough syrup type of rapper and rapped about it all the time. Every time that you saw him, he had a cup in his hand. And before I got sober, actually, like I really wanted to try cough syrup. And I'm a grown man at this point. I'm 25 years old at this point. And watching another rapper, another man, sip this cough syrup, I was like, wow, like he raps great. I want to do that. And by the time I got clean and kind of like had time to reflect, months later, I was just like, this is crazy how much of an impact and how much another person's influence had on me as a grown adult. Just imagine like the impact that he's having on kids and the weight that his words hold with people that are like 10 years younger than I was even, that are really trying to figure out who they are and search for their identity, trying to identify with something bigger than themselves.
Be tight though, they can make a little regular, not alcoholic drink, a beverage, a very sweet beverage called cough syrup.
The kind of secret is out of the bag that these drugs are extremely addictive, and they're also like get you really high. To get to like a greater like umbrella of a theme, I think that prescription medication is abused in our culture in general. I think that it's this kind of easy way to mask our problems and not really deal with what's going on, a medical level, on a psychological level, whatever it is. But I do think that if you are using pills and you need it for a certain amount of time, use it for the duration of that, and then dispose of the pills. That, kind of cancels out whether that's young kids getting a hold of the pills, whether that's, teenagers or, people in their 20s or however old, other people that aren't prescribed that medication getting a hold of it. It eliminates that problem.
You can tend to go a little too far with some of these things. They have very strong addictive qualities, pills and syrups and whatnot. So,
is it changing the music?
I can only speak for myself personally. You know what I'm saying? We had been toning down the content of certain things in the music lately. My new album, of course, probably won't have any references to cough syrup in it, but it's a little bit more than the music. I think it's going to start affecting the personal lives of a lot of artists and people.